Welcome back to History Guy's Comic Book Review. Today we're going to take a look at a comic that's really popular around the country, judging from what I've seen on the internet and social media. Rocket Raccoon #1 has been selling out in comic book stores around the country, and the store I go to definitely had quite a few copies, but I got there early. So this is a obvious marketing tie-in with the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It comes out on August 1st, and this book came out on July 3rd. So on the cover here by Scotty Young, he does the art and the storyline. We have Rocket Raccoon with a big old death blaster and a smaller blaster in his other hand that kind of resembles a lightsaber in a weird sort of way. You're going to see a lot of Star Wars references in this, and I think there are some comparisons between Guardians of the Galaxy, the movie, and Star Wars franchise. Whether that's going to be in Marvel's favor or not has yet to be seen. Notice what the raccoon is standing upon. If you're familiar with the current iteration of Guardians of the Galaxy, you recognize this as his old buddy Groot. In the movie, he'll be voiced by Vin Diesel. Groot, that is. So let's take a look inside and see what we have. So as you know, the raccoon is a spacefaring adventurer. We're going to go through here and just kind of take a quick look at the art, trying to give too much stuff away. So again, the comic or the Star Wars references. Here we have the raccoon rescuing a princess, and he says, "Are you Princess Amalia?" Sounds like Amidala, though she looks a little bit like an elf. A dark elf. So, kisses. Alright, so moving on. Oh, this is the credits page. I like how they have an entire page for credits these days. I think it's just a nice touch. So, the art, I'm not terribly in love with. This is obviously a more of a comic. Rocket Raccoon is not to be taken seriously, at least in this comic book, and from what I've seen in the upcoming movie trailers, similarly. So basically, Groot's in a wrestling match with this big green slimy thing. Raccoon takes a date, not the princess, and kind of goes into what's going on here. It's like we don't really know what's going on here. We go from the princess rescue to he's on a date with a wrestling match, where Groot is, well, having problems. So again, I'm not a big fan of this type of art. It's immature. It's in a sense appealing more toward a younger audience, which for marketing may be not a bad idea. But then they have some comments that are more of an adult nature, so I don't know where they're going with that. By the way, they've got a few cameos here. Does that look like Cyclops behind him? Anyway, moving on. So a lot of little references here to other things, a lot of Star Wars type commentary or references. And so we see the raccoon, he is on the run. Won't get into the details of why, you should read the book. It's a fun read. We have Drax the Destroyer there. So the other characters from Guardians make appearances. Oh, hey, looks like a Jawa. Again, more Star Wars references. You know, the facial expressions on our friend the raccoon are actually pretty good. This looks like a scene out of the last of the newer Star Trek movies, where Kirk and Spock go jumping off a cliff to escape, but it's also a common reference in many media. And here we go back to our story. Oh, hey, what do you think? An ad for the movie. Big surprise. So I won't get into the details of what happens at the end, because it's actually a pretty good little story. If you take the Rocket Raccoon as a comic relief character, we'll see what happens with him and the rest of the Guardians. And also, we also picked up a couple other books related to the Guardians, which we'll take a look at and review later on. Star-Lord #1, and of course, a Guardians of the Galaxy book #1, which isn't really the first Guardians of the Galaxy book, but it's the latest new #1. So, Rocket Raccoon, fun little read. take a look at it, pick it up. I think it's worth buying, and the cover price was $3.99. A bit much in my view. This is more like a $2.99 book, but prices are going up, and you know how that is. So we'll take a look at some other books here and enjoy.